Back to another video, and today we got episode 4 of MLB All Around, and it's been a little bit since our last video, so we have a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about all 30 teams, where they place in the standings within their division right now, what's their future outlook for the rest of the season, what's going on, how have they been playing recently, and then at the end we're going to put together a playoff bracket based off of today's standings and predict the playoffs, eventually giving you our World Series champion prediction as of right now. Obviously, the standings are changing every day, so this is based off of Tuesday, May 19th, before any of those games. That's the standings we're looking at, but let's go ahead and jump in. Let's start talking. So in the American League, we're going to start off in the East. The Rays are at the top of this division, 31-15. The Rays, I don't know how they do it, man. I don't know how they do it. They always do this every year. Every year it feels like on paper, this is like the worst team in this division. This division's always stacked, and you see it. I mean, the Blue Jays and the Red Sox are kind of underperforming. I guess you could even throw the Orioles. I mean, I predicted every team except the Rays, I want to say, in this division to have a winning record. I mean, everyone thought this division was going to be stacked, myself included, and here we are. Only two teams above 500. The Rays sitting at 31-15. They've been playing phenomenal as of late. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. They have the best record in the league at home. Junior Caminero, amazing. Yandy Diaz, amazing. Chandler Simpson's been very good for them. And obviously their pitching. I mean, they just always find a way to get great pitchers. Nick Martinez has been phenomenal. Shane McClanahan's come back from injury. He's got a sub-3 ERA. He's been looking amazing. Drew Rasmussen has been really good for them as well. So the Rays, really impressive stuff. They're looking really good right now. The Yankees, they are a bit cold right now. 3-7 in their last 10 games. Don't love that, but honestly, I mean, when you have Judge, Cody Bellinger, Ben Rice playing as well as they are, this team's going to be very hard to beat. Now, they are a little bit banged up pitching-wise. Max Fried is out, which does hurt them a little bit, but I believe Carlos Rodon has come back in. I believe, is Garrett Cole back? I'm not sure if Garrett Cole has come back yet. I know Anthony Volpe's come back. That's a little bit of a talking point. I think he had a pretty good day. Was it yesterday, 2 days ago? I think he had 3 RBIs, but still his fielding. The Yankees might look to get rid of him soon. I wouldn't be shocked. Garrett Cole has not come back, by the way, yet. But yeah, I mean, even with some of these injuries, the Yankees are going to be just fine. I expect them to be buyers of the deadline. We'll see who they end up bringing in. Could it be, the Guardians looking to sell? Maybe it's, their reliever Cade Smith. Maybe he comes to the Yankees. Who knows? But they're top 4 in runs. Well, they're number 4 in runs scored and 4th in runs allowed. I mean, this Yankees team is just stacked. You could argue this. I mean, I know the Dodgers have probably the best roster in the league, but you could argue besides the Dodgers, this is the best roster in the MLB. The Blue Jays at 21-26, they look like they're figuring it out a little bit. 5-5 in their last 10 games. They're still dealing with a lot of injuries, but I mean, Vlad Guerrero, Dalton Varsho, Ernie Clement, Jesus Sanchez, a lot of these guys are still doing their thing. George Springer, I think, has come back now, so that's good for them. But pitching-wise, I mean, it just sucks when Max Scherzer is out for you, when Alejandro Kirk is still out, Addison Barger's still hurt. I mean, they're still dealing with a whole lot of injuries. Shane Bieber hasn't played yet. Obviously, Anthony Santander has not played yet. Like, they have a whole lot of injuries even still. It looks like they're starting to adjust a little bit, though. The Orioles at 6 games under 500 as of right now. I'm not really sure, I mean, what the problem is here. I mean, it's probably the pitching. I mean, Gunnar Henderson hasn't been great, only hitting .210. He's hit 10 home runs, though, which is pretty solid. Pete Alonso has not been what they thought he would be. They paid him all this money. He has not really come in and been all that for them. Jeremiah Jackson's been solid. Taylor Ward's been solid, so 2 additions there, but pitching-wise, I mean, Kyle Bradish has a 4.2 ERA. Shane Baz has a 5.2. Chris Bassett has a 5.4 ERA. Trevor Rogers has a 6.8 ERA. Like, the pitching is not great. They're 28th out of 30 in runs allowed. I mean, it's not going to cut it. And then the Red Sox at 20-27, maybe the most disappointing team so far this year. You could argue them, the Tigers, the Royals even. But the Red Sox just can't score. They're 29th in the league in runs scored this season. they have just been bad offensively. Now defensively they've been solid, but Garrett Crochet hasn't been his same self, and now he's hurt. So we'll see what transpires there. I mean, besides that, the pitching has been pretty good though. You look at a guy like Garrett Whitlock, sub-3 ERA. He's been really good for them. Coming out of the bullpen. I don't know, man. I don't know. The Red Sox are an interesting team. We'll see what happens at the deadline for them. Wilson Contreras has come in and been pretty solid. Wilyer Abreu has been really good. Ceddanne Raphael has been solid. Ranger Suarez, I know people are like kind of disappointed by him is what I've been hearing, but 5 of his last 6 starts, he's given up 0 earned runs. He did give up 4 in one of those games, but I mean, just look at his past 6 starts: 6 innings, 8 innings, 8 innings, 4 innings, 5 innings, all 0 earned runs in those starts. So 5 of his last 6 games, he has not given up a run. That's pretty solid stuff. He had a little bit of a rough start to the season, but looks like he's been figuring out, which is good for them. The Guardians at the top of the AL Central, similar to the Rays. I mean, it's like the Rays, the Guardians, and the Brewers. No matter what happens in the offseason, they're just always going to find ways to win. They're always going to find replacement guys. They're always going to be great teams. And it's no different this year. I mean, the Guardians are at the top of the AL Central once again, 27-22. They've won 7 of their last 10 games. They're on a 3-game win streak right now. They've just been a really solid all-around team. They're top 10 in runs scored and runs allowed. Chase DeLauter's been really good for them. I saw they just called up Bazana, who is like their number 1 prospect or whatever. He's been looking pretty good. I mean, he's batting .281 right now in the, after being called up. I mean, that's pretty good stuff. Cade Smith's been solid for them as their, kind of closer guy. And yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, the Guardians are just finding ways to do it. Parker Messick's been really good for them. He might win Rookie of the Year. Gavin Williams has been really good. Stephen Kwan has really been disappointing, and they're still first in this division. Like, I just don't understand. The White Sox, 1 game above 500 here, 24-23. What a story this has been. I mean, they're just hitting tanks, really. I mean, they just hit a lot of home runs. They're giving up a lot of runs. They actually have a minus 12 point differential as a team, and they're 1 game above 500. They just won the series against the Cubs. They just swept the Royals. I mean, their past 3 series, they've won 2 out of 3 against the Mariners, swept the Royals, and 2 out of 3 against the Cubs. That's pretty good stuff. So the White Sox have been looking really good as of late. 7 of their last 10 have been wins. Obviously, Munetaka Murakami, 17 home runs in 47 games. That is ridiculous. Do they look to trade him? Do they look to trade some of these pieces that are playing so well, or do they look to keep them? I think that'll be interesting. You got guys like Murakami, Miguel Vargas, Colson Montgomery. All these guys are playing very well right now, so I'm interested to see what happens with the White Sox. The Twins, 4 games under 500. They were at the top of this division for a little while. Not anymore, though. They have fallen to 3rd place, and honestly, I really wouldn't be shocked if they end up last in this division by the end of the year. But offensively, they're still scoring a lot of runs. Byron Buxton is still playing amazing right now for them. Brooks Lee has been really good this season so far, hitting 250, 24 RBIs. That's really good stuff, in all honesty. Now, Ryan Jeffers did just get hurt. He's on the 10-day IL now. He was hitting 295 for them, so that is kind of a big loss. Hopefully, they can figure it out. Taj Bradley going down as well. He's on the 15-day IL. That's a big loss as well. I mean, he has a sub-3 ERA so far this season, so hopefully they can get healthy and get back to how good they were playing to start out the season. But, yeah, as of right now, I'm just not sure if the Twins are going to be able to keep this up. I mean, they have a minus 3 point differential. They're 24th in runs allowed so far this season. Don't love that. The Tigers here, man, what a disappointing start to the season. 8 games under 500. I know Tariq Skubal going down just hurt them so bad. They started the series with the Guardians yesterday. They lost 8-2. It's a 4-game series, so this is a big 3-game stretch. It's all in Detroit as well. Maybe the Tigers can pick up some wins here, but yeah, I mean, offensively they just can't score. Their best pitcher went down, Tariq Skubal, and offensively they rank 25th in runs scored so far this season. I mean, that's just not a good recipe for success. I will say there's been some bright spots. Riley Green's been amazing. He's he was on like a 10-game hit streak. It did just recently end. Kevin McGonigal's hitting almost 300. He's been really good. Framber Valdez has come back. He wasn't great yesterday. 5 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, but he was suspended for quite some time. So hopefully, he can kind of take the load. They brought him in to be that secondary guy with Skubal. And now with Skubal going down, who knows how long he's going to be out for as well. I mean, there was a lot of talks that they were going to trade him this season because they don't really think they can pay him what he's going to ask for next season. He's probably going to end up on the Dodgers, if I had to guess. But, man, now do they look to trade him? Do they look to be sellers at the deadline? Do they look to be buyers? The Tigers are definitely an interesting team to keep your eyes on. The Royals, same thing. Like, what do? They were expected to be, them and the Tigers were expected to be the top 2 teams fighting at the top to win this division. And the Royals just haven't been that. They really just haven't. They haven't been able to score. They've been really cold as of late. They've lost 7 of their last 8 games. Don't love to see that. I will say, I mean, in this stretch, Bobby Witt Jr. has been pretty good. He was on like an 8-game win streak, or 8-game hit streak. Maikel Garcia is still doing his thing. Salvador Perez looks like the age is finally, catching up with him. He's in 201. Carter Jensen, I wouldn't be shocked if he takes over that starting catcher spot by the end of the season. Vinny Pasquantino, he had a great World Baseball Classic, but he's hitting under 200 right now. Batting average, don't love that. Yeah, the Royals just, I don't know, man. Cole Reagans went down. Chris Bubich went down. Those are 2 of kind of their top 3 guys, along with Seth Lugo pitching. I guess Michael Wacha you could throw in there. I don't know. I mean, losing 2 of your top 4 pitchers and offensively not being able to score, again, it's kind of similar to the Tigers, just not a good recipe to win baseball games. The A's are at the top of this division with a losing record. I mean, the AL West has been just a tragedy so far. The A's are 4-6 in their last 10. They've lost 3 in a row, and they're still at the top of this division. Realistically, I mean, I don't know how the A's are doing this. I expect them to be top 5, borderline top 5 offense in the league, and then pitching be terrible. They have a negative 14-point differential. They're 20th in runs allowed, but only 21st in runs scored. Did not expect that, but I mean, they have one of the highest team batting averages in the league. Shea Langeliers has been amazing. He was, out on paternity leave. He's come back in. Nick Kurtz, got to be careful how I say that, hitting 267. I mean, he's been great. I mean, Shea Langeliers is hitting 335 as a catcher, 12 home runs. I mean, is he the best catcher in the league? Is that fair to say? I mean, it's definitely not Cal Raleigh anymore. We can just go right into that. I mean, Cal Raleigh has been terrible. Just terrible to start out the season. I don't really know what's going on. Now he's on the 10-day IL. Maybe this is the break he needs, but this season, he's hitting 161. I mean, that is just tragic. I will say, Julio Rodriguez, he usually starts out the year pretty slow. He's actually been solid to start out this season. And then you look at the pitching. Luis Castillo, it's looking like he's just kind of fallen off a cliff. I mean, a lot of these guys, Munoz has a 5 ERA right now, 5 flat. He's supposed to be, one of the best bullpen arms in baseball. You look at George Kirby, 3.45 ERA. That's not terrible, but you'd expect it to be a little bit better. Brian Wu, same thing, 3.5 ERA. I mean, I guess that's not that bad, but Emerson Hancock, ERA-wise, has been the best pitcher on this team, which is kind of crazy. It just goes to show how much depth the Mariners have pitching-wise. I think they're going to be just fine. I still expect them to win this division. The Rangers, they have one of the best pitching. They've had one of the best pitching staffs so far this season, pitching rotations. They're 4th in runs allowed, but 28th in runs scored. They got to get on the board a little bit better, even with being 3rd worst, the 3rd least amount of points scored this season. They still have a +2 point differential. That just goes to show how good the pitching has been. From guys like Nathan Eovaldi, Jacob deGrom, Jack Leiter's been solid. Mackenzie Gore's been really good. All these guys have been putting in work. Kumar Rocker looks decent. I mean, really the whole 5 guys in the rotation, they just can't hit. That's their big problem. The exact opposite with the Astros. They can hit a lot, and they hit a lot of home runs. They're fourth in batting average as a team, sixth in OPS, sixth in home runs total. But they can't pitch. I mean, they're second to last in runs allowed this season. They've been dealing with a lot of pitching injuries. I know Hunter Brown's went down. I believe what's their bullpen guy's name? Josh Hader. He's been out for a long time. Sorry, I was blanking on the name. Obviously, you know the impact he has. Yordan Alvarez, when he's healthy, I mean, this guy is just so fun to watch, hitting .316, 15 home runs. But Jose Altuve now on the 10-day IL. Carlos Correa, I think he's out for the season, I saw. I mean, the Astros just can't get a break. They can't catch a break with these injuries. Then for the Angels, 14 games under 500. I would love to see Mike Trout request a trade out of there. I mean, it's really just him and Jose Soriano. The two bright spots on this team. Jose Soriano, pitching-wise, has been amazing for them. 6-3 record, 2.41 ERA so far. And then Mike Trout, I mean, he's hit 11 home runs this season. Get him on a good team. I know he's probably never going to request a trade, but please, I mean, the Angels are just not good. I mean, they're bottom 4 in runs scored, bottom 5 in runs allowed. Like, are they the worst team in baseball? I think that's a question. I think they have the worst record in baseball. Yeah, they do. So they might be. I honestly, I think they are. I think they're the worst team in baseball. Please, Mike Trout, get out of there if you would like to. But let's move on to the National League. The Braves at the top of the NL East still. Now, they have been getting a little bit beat up, which is what I was afraid of. I was saying this. I was saying I'm worried about the health. We see this with the Braves. When they're healthy, they're one of the best rosters in the league, but they can't stay healthy, and we're seeing that a little bit. Ronald Acuna was on the IL for a little bit. I think he's been activated now, if I'm not mistaken. So, but Drake Baldwin just hit the 10-day IL, I think today. So that's obviously a big loss. He's been amazing for them at catcher, hitting .303 with 13 home runs. Matt Olson, Ozzie Albies, Michael Harris. The lineup's stacked, and then pitching-wise, Bryce Elder has been phenomenal. 2.01 ERA so far this season. Grant Holmes has stepped it up. You know, I mean, closing-wise, Robert Suarez has been elite. Chris Sale's been really good for them. Spencer Strider's come back and looked really good, better than I thought. So the Braves continue to have the best record in the league. I know the Rays are like right there, which is insane to say. Actually, if you look at winning percentage-wise, the Rays have the best record in the league, which is crazy, but I don't know. The Braves have one more win, one more loss, so do what you want with that. The Phillies, 2 games above 500. They've been getting hot. 8-2 in their last 10, 5-game win streak. Ever since they fired their manager, they have seemed to figure it out. Stats-wise, as a team, it doesn't look great, but that's just because they started so bad. The Phillies look like they are fully back. Christopher Sanchez is pitching. Is it fair to say he's pitching at a Cy Young level? I mean, he just went 9 innings. His past 3 starts, he's went 8 innings, 0 earned runs, 10 Ks. 7 innings, 0 earned runs, 7 Ks. And then 9 innings, 0 earned runs, 13 Ks. Christopher Sanchez is pitching like maybe the best pitcher in baseball right now. Maybe it's probably Shohei, actually, but besides Shohei, I mean, it's probably Christopher Sanchez. He has been that good for them. He's been amazing. And then, obviously, you know, Kyle Schwarber continuing to hit bombs. 20 home runs. Bryce Harper's doing amazing. Brandon Marsh has been phenomenal for them. Trey Turner's been great. The Phillies look like they have figured it out. The Nationals, they're a very fun offense, man. They're first in runs scored this season. They have surpassed the Braves. The Nationals have the best offense in the league. The problem is they have the most runs allowed. They have the number 1 runs scored in the league, and they have a negative 22-point differential. I mean, it's ridiculous. Teams just put up numbers against this Nationals pitching staff. I love what I'm seeing from James Wood and C.J. Abrams, but pitching-wise, I mean, it is just a train wreck over here. The Marlins, 22-26. This is a very young team, very fun team. They scored a lot. This is a really fun team to watch. I mean, it's as simple as that. Otto Lopez and Xavier Edwards have been amazing for them. Owen Casey has shown a lot of flashes. Liam Hicks at catcher has been solid. So the Marlins continue to be impressive. And then the Mets, They're 7-3 in their last 10. It's looking like they're figuring things out as well. They just won 2 out of 3 against the Yankees. They just swept the Tigers. I mean, these are some pretty good teams. Pitching-wise, Nolan McLean's been amazing for them. Once Juan Soto's come back in, it looks like this team has just figured it out. And it's kind of crazy. I was saying this, Juan Soto is so important for them. Without him, they couldn't do really anything offensively. And now it seems like they're figuring it out. They just put up 16 runs the other day against the Nationals. There it is. The Nationals pitching staff strikes again. But, yeah, I mean, I think the Mets, I don't know who finishes last in this division. It's probably the Nationals or the Marlins, but both of them have been so fun. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I think the Mets are looking like they're figuring things out as well. The Cubs at the top of the NL Central. Look at this division, by the way. Ridiculous. All 5 teams are 500 or better. Last video we did, the Reds were in first, and now they're in dead last. That just goes to show how competitive this division truly is. But the Cubs at the top, I mean, it's just a loaded roster. I mean, there was a reason I was coming into the season saying the Cubs have a real shot to have the best record in the MLB this year. I mean, the floor on this team is just so high. Now, pitching-wise, they've been dealing with a lot of injuries. But if they can get a few of those guys back, if Justin Steele can come back in from his surgery last season, if he can look decent, that would be huge for the Cubs. But yeah, I mean, I'm loving what I'm seeing from all these guys. Michael Conforto has been ridiculous for them as just kind of a platoon. Same thing with like Carson Kelly, Moises Ballesteros. I mean, so many of these guys are just stepping up, coming out of nowhere. It feels like the Brewers, they continue to win, man. They're a great team. Bryce Terang, William Contreras, Christian Yelich, all these guys. It's a very similar team to last season. Mizorowski has been ridiculous. He's pitching tonight against the Cubs. These two teams are currently in a series. The Brewers took game 1. We'll see what happens, as the series goes on. But it is a huge series. The Cardinals, 8 games above 500. I don't know if I see this lasting, but I mean, man, enjoy it while it lasts, I guess. I mean, they're plus 3-point differential. They're not really jumping out to me defensively or offensively, which is kind of crazy. I think Mason Wynn did just get injured, which hopefully he's fine. Alec Burleson's been great. Jordan Walker's been great. J.J. Weatherhold's been really good. Ivan Herrera. I mean, so many of these guys are just stepping up. I mean, it's crazy how well the Cardinals are playing. Again, I don't know if this lasts, but they're playing great right now. The Pirates, 1 game above 500. I do like the Pirates team a lot. Paul Skeens has been electric. He did kind of just get shelled against the Phillies pretty recently, but I mean, but if you take away the first game of the season where he gave up 5 earned runs in the first inning, and you take away the game where he just gave up 5 against the Phillies, I mean, this guy has like a sub-2 ERA. It might be sub-1 if you take away those 2 games. Honestly, that's how good he's been. It's Paul Skeens. I mean, what do you expect? Braxton Ashcraft has been really good. Mitch Keller, the pitching staff has been really good. And then offensively, O'Neal Cruz, Brandon Lau has been amazing bringing him in. What a great addition that has been. Spencer Horwitz has been great. Really, everyone they added to this team has been great, except for Marcell Ozuna. But, I mean, everyone else has been doing phenomenal. And then the Reds, I kind of said this last week, or last episode, I just don't know if I see this Reds team lasting. I mean, they're not scoring a lot of runs. They're giving up a lot of runs. They're just kind of figuring out ways to win. I didn't see that lasting. And here we are. They're at the bottom of this division now. Could they climb their way up? Yes, for sure. They're 500 right now. That's obviously not a bad record, but I will say I did kind of expect this to come. I expected the regression a little bit. But Ellie De La Cruz has been ridiculous this season, almost hitting 300. Spencer Steer's been great. Sal Stewart's been great. Chase Burns, pitching-wise, 1.87 ERA, 5-1. I mean, he's been great. I don't know. The Reds are a fun team. They are a fun team. I just didn't see it. I didn't see it with this team, and looks like I've been proven right now. Maybe they prove me wrong again. The Padres have taken the lead over the Dodgers. It's kind of crazy because you'd expect this Padres team to be really offensive heavy. They don't really have the pitching depth. Now they have the bullpen, but not the starting pitching depth. It's shown to just not matter. They're 6th in runs allowed defensively, which is crazy, and then 26th offensively. I mean, it's been really unexpected what this team has been doing. Fernando Tatis has still yet to hit a home run this season, 233 batting average. Manny Machado only hitting 180. Jackson Merrill only hitting 202. These are supposed to be your big bats, and they have all been terrible. And the Padres are still first in the NL West. Imagine if these guys get going. If they get to their normal selves, I mean, this Padres team could be, maybe they already are a true contender, but with those three playing at their full potential, I mean, this Padres team might be set up for a deep playoff run. I'm interested to see what they do at the deadline because they're always buyers. We'll see. But yeah, the Padres are a very interesting team to look at right now. They're currently in a series with the Dodgers. They just won Game 1. We'll see what happens these next 2 nights. The Dodgers, though, I mean, do we have to talk about them? Honestly, I feel like I say this every video. I hate like doing this, just giving them it, but it truly is just an insane team. The one thing I will say, because I don't want to talk about the Dodgers. They get too much talking points. Shohei Ohtani is probably going to win Cy Young this year, which is insane. He's got a .82 ERA. I mean, like, are we serious? I mean, this guy is just—he's ridiculous. He is like unhittable right now, which is just absurd. He's already won how many MVPs? 3 or 4. Now he's going to win a Cy Young. This is like his last. It's like his last Infinity Stone. He's just collecting them all. I mean, it's ridiculous. The Diamondbacks at 23-23, pretty solid offensive team. Corbin Carroll is a really good player. He's a really good player. Nolan Arenado had a really slow start. He's hitting .272 right now. Ildemaro Vargas continues to have a phenomenal season. I think this guy's like 34 years old, and he's like breaking out. It's ridiculous what he's been able to do. Ketel Marte hasn't really been that good. Same thing with Geraldo Perdomo. They're both hitting in the 220s in batting average, and this team has been pretty solid. I could see this team being a sneaky wildcard team. The problem is the NL has just been so good to start the season, so we'll see if any of that changes. The Giants, I just don't like this team. They're last in the league in runs scored. They can't score, and they're really not great pitching-wise either. Landon Roop's been solid, but Robbie Ray's not been great. Logan Webb is on the IL, but when he was pitching, he has just not been good. I mean, it's just a train wreck, honestly. I just don't love this Giants team. Rafael Devers started off so slow. He's figured it out a little bit. He's got his batting average up to 240, but I don't know. I can't get behind this Giants team. I really can't. And then the Rockies, 10 games under 500. It's crazy. I mean, they haven't even been that bad, really. Truly, they haven't been that bad. Hunter Goodman's been solid. Mickey Moniak's in 296. TJ Rumfield's in 276. Chase Dollander, he's on the IL, 15-day IL, but he's been really good so far this season. We'll see if he gets moved. I could see that happening. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I got to say about the Rockies. I don't expect them to be great. But let's go ahead and get into the fun part. This is the playoff right now. Look at some of the teams that are in the playoffs. The Cardinals. Everyone expected them to be a terrible team, one of the worst teams. Same thing with the White Sox. I mean, let's just go through this. I had the Cardinals finishing last in the NL Central in the preseason. I had the Rays finishing last in the AL East. I had the White Sox, I think I had them finishing last in the AL Central. I mean, there's 3 teams out of the 6 divisions I had finishing last in their divisions, and they're in the playoffs right now. It just goes to show how much I know. But, again, it is early, so these are obviously going to change a lot, I would expect. Let's start out. That's why it's always fun. That's why these videos are fun, just looking at the playoffs, getting some chaos. What if the playoffs start today? Who's going to win? I'll tell you right now. The A's versus the Mariners. I trust the Mariners a little bit more. I know Cal Raleigh's hurt, but he wasn't really doing much, honestly, anyway. Even when he was healthy, I think the Mariners win. I just don't trust that A's pitching staff. Yankees, White Sox. The White Sox are fun, but the Yankees are going to score like 8 runs a game in this series. I mean, it's the same thing with the A's. The White Sox pitching is just not good enough. They're a fun team, but they're not beating the Yankees. I'm sorry. Cubs, Cardinals, it's the Cubs, right? The Cubs aren't going to lose to the Cardinals. I just don't see it. The Cubs are just such a well-balanced team. The Cardinals, they're pitching pretty well. They're hitting pretty well. I guess they could win the series. I just don't know if I trust it at this point. I want to see more consistency as we go out throughout this MLB season. It is a very long season. I think the Cubs win that series. And then Dodgers, Brewers. Now, the Brewers are a really good team, 27-18. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They've been getting hot, but I gotta go with the Dodgers. It's the Dodgers. I can't see them losing in the wild card. I just can't. If the Brewers got, the Cubs, I could see the Brewers beating the Cubs. Yeah, it's crazy the Dodgers are the 4 seed right now. That's just a terrible draw for the Brewers. Let's move on, though. Mariners versus Guardians. This is a tough one because the Guardians they're just winning games. Like, it's crazy. They just find ways to do it every year. I'm going to stick with maybe it's preseason bias, but I have the Mariners, I think, making the World Series out of the AL. I know they haven't been great offensively, but I feel like if the playoffs were to start today, they could be able to figure things out. The Guardians pitching staff has been amazing, but the Mariners still have a great pitching staff. I would argue the Mariners still have a better rotation, even if some of them have been not phenomenal. I mean, none of them have been really that bad. I mean, Luis Castillo hasn't been great, but I think the Mariners get through, but you could definitely tell me the Guardians win that series at this point in the season. I just trust the Mariners a little bit more. The Guardians always do this. They always have great regular seasons, and then come postseason, they just don't really go far. Then the Yankees-Rays. These are the two best teams in the AL, at least record-wise, so it's crazy we're getting this in the ALDS, not the ALCS, but that's just how it works. I think the Yankees win, though. The Rays, it's the same thing with the Guardians. They're finding ways to win. They're 6th in runs allowed, 9th in runs scored. But I just don't know if I could trust it. I mean, even still, the Yankees have given up less runs, have scored more, and I just trust them more. And I expect them to be better coming into this season. I know you're not supposed to factor in preseason bias, but we are, still very early in the season. So I'm going to take the Yankees. To move on, I think they're the best roster, at least on paper, in the AL, and I don't see the Rays being able to beat them. Cubs, Padres, I was back and forth on this one. I feel like this is a really good matchup for the Cubs. I'm going to take the Cubs. I know they've been a little bit cold as of late, and the Padres have been kind of the opposite of that. They've been pretty hot. I mean, the Cubs are 3-7 in their last 10. The Padres are 7-3. But the Cubs get that win over the Cardinals, maybe get some momentum going. When the Cubs are hot, they are, almost impossible to beat. They've had 2 separate 10-game win streaks so far this season. If they get hot, I'm telling you, this Cubs team can win the World Series. That's how good they are. Defensively, I mean, they have probably the best middle infield in the league defensively with Swanson and Nico. And then offensively, I mean, so many guys are just stepping up for them. They have 1 through 9, it's just dangerous hitters. I don't trust the Padres pitching. I don't really trust the Cubs pitching either, but in a series where I don't trust either team's pitching, I'm going to trust the team that looks better offensively. And right now, the Padres rank 22nd in runs scored. The Cubs are at 4th. I got to take the Cubs here. I think it's a good matchup. The Dodgers-Braves, I think you could tell me that if the Braves were healthy, they would win the series, but as of right now, they are a little bit banged up. I'm taking the Dodgers. I know the Braves. I think the Dodgers, the Braves, the Cubs, and the Yankees are the top 4 teams in the league right now. Is that fair to say? The Braves just played the Dodgers and the Cubs in a series, and they won 2 out of 3 against both. The Braves could definitely win here, but they are a little beat up right now. Losing Drake Baldwin, I don't love that. It's obviously a huge loss. I think Acuna's just now coming back, so what percent is he at? I think you're going to need a full, 100% team to beat the Dodgers. And I just don't see them doing that. And I trust the Dodgers pitching a little bit more than the Braves. I know the Braves have been phenomenal pitching-wise, but I don't know if I trust it. Really, truly, I just don't know. I want to see it last a little bit longer. Mariners, Yankees. I'm going with the Yankees. I got to take the Yankees. Offensively, they are just so good. I don't know if I trust the Mariners' offense to be able to keep up in the series. They have not been great. 19th in runs scored. 9th in runs allowed is solid for the Mariners, but the Yankees are 4th in both. I think the Yankees have a little bit too much offensively, and they get past the Mariners here. And then Cubs, Dodgers. I don't think the Cubs pitching can get them to a World Series, sadly. As a Cubs fan, it pains me to say it. Offensively, if they're hot, like I said, they can beat anyone. But I just don't know if I trust them to get hot against the Dodgers. It's just so hard to do. It's so hard to beat the Dodgers. So I got to take the Dodgers to the World Series. Yankees-Dodgers would be great for numbers, TV-wise. We get a rematch of the 2024 World Series. I I think it's the same outcome. As of right now, I gotta stick with my pick preseason. I gotta go with the Dodgers. I know it is so hard to three-peat in baseball. The Dodgers have won 2 in a row. They're looking to three-peat this year. Here's the thing. Come playoff time, I don't know if I'm going to pick the Dodgers. Just because it's so hard to three-peat in any sport, but it might be the hardest to do in baseball. Maybe it's hockey. Hockey's really hard to three-peat, but, I mean, three-peating in baseball is just absurd. I don't know if the Dodgers are going to do it, but as of right now, they are the best team. When I'm looking through, they're just the team that I trust the most. If I will say, look at the Dodgers' path right now. They have to go through the Braves, the Cubs, and the Yankees, and I just said those are 3 of the top 4 teams in the league. So if that's their path come playoff time, then maybe I can reconsider. But as of right now, I'm taking the Dodgers to win the World Series over the Yankees. Let me know down in the comments what you think of that. What is your current World Series prediction? Let me know down in the comments all your thoughts. But that's going to do it for episode 4 of MLB All Around. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Turn on the noties to make sure you don't miss whenever we upload. We do college basketball, college football, NFL, NBA, and MLB content. So again, if any of that interests you, please go down there and subscribe. Like this video if you enjoy. But yeah, with all that being said, that is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time with another video.